am back with a June layout of my Project Life 2020, and this time I am using a bunch of printables that I got from Inky Quill when I was part of her Patreon. And I just printed those out on regular, kind of like a thinner cardstock because my printer doesn't like the thicker cardstock. And then I just trimmed them out and I'm using them on this layout. I have had them in my stash for quite some time and I definitely need to pull them out. I really, really like the colors and the patterns that were on these cards, and I thought they went really well with these springish, summerish photos. Lots of bright colors with the photos of the flowers and things like that, and I think these cards went perfect with that. Plus, they're just super cute. So I'm just cutting out a piece of white cardstock, and I'm going to back this little, what is it called? Purple coneflower. I think it's really echinacea, and I'm just backing that because it looked like it was kind of getting lost on that kind of watercolory looking background, so I thought the white border would just kind of help it pop out of the page on those places where it is on top of that mixed media. And I'm going to do it a little bit crooked and then hang it off the card and then trim that off. I thought that would look kind of fun, just something a little different. I had a lot of straight lines in this layout, and I thought by kind of tilting it a bit and trimming off the edge, it just gives some extra interest to the page. So I really like how that looks, and I'm going to keep working on here. I did add that little vellum arrow on the Joy card on the left, and then I'm adding this little pink bow. I've had these in my stash for quite some time. I don't remember what brand they are. I don't think I have the sheet that says what brand they are anymore, but I thought that would be cute on this layout. Again, just bringing the pink over to different parts of the page. Using my glue stick for that little vellum arrow, I thought because it was vellum and it was thin, that would be the best way to adhere that down to the page. I have this little label that I'm going to add, so it's just going to be a good place to add some journaling in a little bit. And then I'm going to work on the little card with my cat Casey. So I am going to write Casey with these red stickers, and then I am going to pull them up and put them on to another kind of label just to help them pop off the page. I thought they were just kind of floating around a bit, and so I thought using these Teresa Collins stickers would be good, and it would just give a place for the cat's name to sit down on, and I like that a lot better. Excuse me. So I'm just adhering all that down, and I just trim off the edge of that label. I thought that would look nice. I like when things kind of hang off the edge of the page. I think it just gives some more interest than if everything's floating within the confines of the photo. Now I'm going to trim out this word Wednesday and then layer that up with another banner shape, I believe it is. And I think those were printables from when I was with Studio Calico years ago. And I've just had that sitting in my stash. And that is a Heidi Swap little label there. It is a sticky back label, but it doesn't really stick anymore. So I just used my dry adhesive here to add some stick to it. And I like how that layers up. I like the colors that they went well together, and they bring some of that blue up to the top portion of the page. Here, just adding an inspired die cut, and then I had this little one from Basic Gray that had a little cute bird on it. I thought that would look cute with a little purple flower there. And then I've had those little acrylic pieces, the one that says love that I'm putting on now, forever. Like literally since I started scrapbooking. There was an event that we went to, I don't know, 20 years ago, I swear. And they were giving those out. And at the time, I'm like, oh, I just want to grab as many as I can. And because they were just giving out all kinds of them, and they had them just everywhere. And I grabbed a bunch, and I'm still using them on my layout. So I was pretty excited to use that on this particular layout. So you can see here, I'm just adding a couple little pieces here and there. I wanted to use some of these buttons. I thought they were cute. These are from Stampin' Up. I believe they're retired now, but those I thought would add some fun color to the page. And then I also pulled out some random enamel dots to add with some of the buttons and some on the other pictures. These are wooden ones that I got from Michaels, and I really like them. They're quite dimensional. They're pretty thick, which is kind of a bummer. I don't really like them being that thick, but I do really like the fact that they are like a wood. I thought that was fun. This is a little vellum star that I'm going to add on to this heart. I think that vellum star and the vellum arrow that I put on the Joy card came from Close to My Heart. This is just a little banner I think I trimmed out of a scrap piece of paper, and then I'm going to add this little button there to cover up that little white mark that's on there to kind of hide the fact that it had a little boo-boo on it. And I thought I could use a couple more enamel dots around the page, bring that purple from the left hand side over to the right, and then I have this little pink glittery enamel dot. So I'm just kind of using enamel dots, all different ones from all different sheets on this layout. The layout is so colorful that it works well that way. I always use glue dots when I'm putting down the buttons because I think that's the best way to adhere them. A lot of times I will put string through the buttons, but this time I decided I just didn't feel like it was necessary. So you can see there that I just glue them down with the glue dots. Adding some more enamel shapes. These are little hearts. Again, I think these are from Michaels. Added also a heart and a star. Another heart that's in that kind of a navy, dark navy color. And then I was going to add this number 1 down, and then I was trying it out. It just didn't seem like it was going to work, so I'm going to put it back on the sheet and use that some other time. So now I'm going to do some mixed media. I'm pulling out my Inklings, either a little purple pot. This purple pot, I use a blue and then a yellow color, and I'm just going to color in that June card. The June card was very plain, and I needed to add something to it to bring those colors over to the card. So I'm just going to use colors that are in the layout from the Inklings and then just paint on this card. I'm going to color in the circle purple. I'm going to add a blue border around the edge of the card, and then I'm going to color in the stars that are dangling down with yellow. And really, this is pretty much the last thing I think I do on this layout. And so while I am painting away, I just want to thank you guys so much for joining me. Welcome to all my new subscribers. Thank you so much for joining us. I usually try to put up a Project Life video about once a week or so. Just kind of depends on how crazy life is. And then I also do some junk journaling layouts and things like that. I actually haven't done any junk journaling in quite some time, so I'm hoping to have some videos up of that pretty soon. If you haven't already seen them, I might have one up this previous week, but hoping to get more junk journaling videos up as well. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Again, if you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions about anything that I used today, go ahead and leave me a comment below. Also, if you just have anything you just want to talk about, let me know in the comments below as well. Love chit-chatting with you guys. It's always fun to read your comments and get back with you. It just makes it a little bit more of a collaborative effort, so it's fun to talk with you guys. So anyway, I will leave you watching the rest of me painting this in and everything, and I will be back soon. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.